So I don't know why I feel like I got so much hope right now, but look how active those bigger marks are. That's, I think, in my own little way of thinking, that those are spotted bass. These are spotted bass, I think. And there were some big clouds of bait, and I think they're just like beating up on the little crappie or whatever's down there. And so I put on a swim bait, and I'm gonna just kind of have it fall through the fish, or like, you know, jig it in front of them, and we're gonna give that a shot. What do you think? You think I'm full of it? I'm always full of it. I'm the guy that's always changing, retying everything. Yeah, but I think we're gonna get one. I think we're gonna get our first spotted bass, and it's 11:18 a.m. And here's something, you guys. Listen, I've got a Garmin, and it says 49.93 degrees. Brian's got a Humminbird Helix, which is a really reputable graph. What does yours say? 52.4. 52.4 versus 49.93. So what is going on between our two graphs? If anybody has any idea, let me know, please. Big place, man. Holy smokes, we're not in Kansas anymore. Pros do it. I'm no pro, dude. I'm kind of overboard is what you'd say.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a good hobby.
Yeah.
Way too much. I bring way too much stuff. Brian will fish the same thing, and I'll be outfish us all. Well, good morning. We are on Cottage Grove Reservoir. I'm a little disappointed in the water temperature. It's reading 48.93. There's a few creeks that flow into this, and we'll be checking those out to see if it's pumping any warm water into the lake or reservoir or cold water. A lot of this is snow melt, so I would think that it's probably going to be colder. So yeah, tell you what, probably be throwing the Ned rig. We are going to start out with the old A rig once I trim off a couple hooks and see how that goes. But yeah, hey, welcome to Yak Ventures. If this is your first time finding the channel, I want you to just check it out. It's a kayak fishing channel with some sprinkling of commercial fishing. I get to work on the Dungeness crab opener. I get to go on a few tuna trips every year. I get to go on a halibut longline trip every year. Which reminds me, I gotta edit the second half of that video. That was a pretty popular upload, the part 1. So I need to get off my butt and quit fishing and I guess edit. But dude, it is springtime. Here we go. I'm always guessing on the date. It's the day before Easter. So what are we talking? Maybe March 30th? Anyhow, we're gonna try to hunt up our first spotted bass. Never caught a spotted bass. Hey Rudy, can you tell everybody hi? Rudy. Hey Rudy. We got Rudy here. So all right, let's let me get these hooks snipped off and let's get to casting the old Alabama rig. Boy, that looks pretty good, huh, Rudy? That looks pretty fishy to me. Okay, I am actually marking some suspended fish. They're off the bottom. I got like little lighted up dots. Haven't found a wolf pack, kind of more like singles or, yeah, just kind of singles. So this Alabama rig probably will work. We're gonna keep trying it. It's a pain in the butt to cast. We got fish sitting down there, right there and right there. I don't know if they're trout or if they're bass. It's pretty deep, 50 feet of water. All right, so I'm marking fish. You can see there's one there, there's one there. Here's one coming up. So I switched back, well, I switched to this really small swim bait. Cast it out. And then point your rod right at the swim bait and let it fall right back to you, kind of pendulum down, tight lining it. Doesn't work too well when the kayak's moving forward, but we're gonna try to swing that swim bait right through the fish. Oh, look at all these fish. We got fish. We got plenty of fish. They might be the wrong species, but we definitely got fish. I'm wishing now I had my 6-cent jigging spoon that I use out on the ocean. I bet you that would work really good. That looks too good. Too good to pass up. I'm gonna throw a shaky head back that way and bring it across the bottom. I think we got fish here. And they're hugging the bottom. I think that's probably bass. I'm throwing a shaky head on the bottom, a rubber worm. Yeah. There's a pile of fish sitting down between you and I. Probably all trout. What? Probably trout. They're on the bottom. Yeah. They could be. Whew, takes a while to get down. I'm down. Oh, wait a minute. Is that a fish? I snagged the bottom, I guess. I thought I had a fish. It felt like it at first. Dude, there's a pile of them down there.
Wonder how good a lancer would work.
You got them?
Yeah.
You got the little bitty ones?
2 ounce.
I don't know what I got, dude. Thought it was a muddy bottom down there.
Kind of looks that way, doesn't it?
Dude, if that's a fish, I got a good one. Oh, dude, I got somebody else's line. Hey, I caught a swim bait. Ha ha, look at that. We're gonna take that home for a souvenir. Boom. There's a lot of fish on the bottom there, so we're gonna play with these for a while before we go shallow and do some cranking. The reason I thought I had a fish is I hooked that line, and when I jerked it, it sprung back, the mono, you know. All right, we're gonna do the spinner bait. We're going shallow, and we're gonna try to find a hungry largemouth or a spot. The water's nice and clear, so this thing ought to get some good vibration, and they ought to nail this thing. Yeah, Rudy, I think I found something I can fish with for a while. Looks pretty fishy, Rudy. All kinds of structure down there. We just bumped on some wood. Look at these gnarly stumps, dude. Well, my brain is telling me to put on a Ned rig and go back to that school of fish and just fish it real slow, but heck, I'm gonna go on an exploratory trip looking at my graph. We got some chop on the water, so spinner bait bite ought to get better. Can't get worse. And we're gonna go hit the side that's got the sun on it. The other side's getting sun right now, but where this side's not getting sun, so maybe that'll have something to do with it. But I got a pretty good pedal to get over there. Look at all the ducks. Look at all the ducks. There you go. Boom. What do you think, Rudy? You think the old Ned rig's gonna work, huh? Sun feels good, doesn't it? We got fish down there, man. What do you think, Rudy? Well, it is 10:21. It's almost 10:30 in the morning. The water temperature is 50.23, so it has warmed up. I tried pretty much everything. The crankbaits, chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, Ned rig, shaky head, and now I've got on the half-ounce dirty jigs, pitching jig with the Reaction Innovations Sweet Beaver as a trailer. We're just gonna try to drag it in front of one that's hungry around all these rocks and stuff. So it's only 10:30 though. There is a pile of fish out kind of in the middle of the lake in like 34 feet of water. I don't know if they're panfish or if they're just a school of spotted bass. I'm not sure, but couldn't get them to bite. But we're just gonna work this jig back towards the truck. If we don't do anything by noon, we're gonna hit the road and go fish a shallow pond on our way home. So I don't know why I feel like I got so much hope right now, but look how active those bigger marks are. I think, in my own little way of thinking, that those are spotted bass. These are spotted bass, I think. And there were some big clouds of bait. I think they're just like beating up on the little crappie or whatever's down there. And so I put on a swim bait, and I'm gonna just kind of have it fall through the fish, or like, you know, jig it in front of them, and we're gonna give that a shot. What do you think? You think I'm full of it? I'm always full of it. I'm the guy that's always changing, retying everything. Yeah, but I think we're gonna get one. I think we're gonna get our first spotted bass, and it's 11:18 a.m. And here's something, you guys. Listen, I've got a Garmin, and it says 49.93 degrees. Brian's got a Humminbird Helix, which is a really reputable graph. What does yours say?
52.4.
52.4 versus 49.93. So what is going on between our two graphs? If anybody has any idea, let me know, please. We're not getting bit, man, but look at all that. Look at all that. Well, we're going to call that a wrap for Cottage Grove Reservoir. There is a lot of fish. We were marking a lot of fish. They weren't biting. It was kind of fun to cycle through all the tackle. All the things that I thought I should use, I tried, and they should have worked. So anyhow, we're going to load up, and we're going to head on down the road, and we're going to go fish a couple ponds. See if we can't find some fish that way. Say hi, Rudy. Well, we changed locations. We traded that. It turned out to be a lake. It said Cottage Grove Lake, not reservoir. So I'll start saying lake from now on. But hey, we changed locations. Gave up the clear water for muddy water. It's about 2 o'clock. What time is it? Yeah, 2:10. So this body of water has some pretty nice bass in it. So the water temperature right now is 56.2. Coming over here, I found some 57 and 58 degree water. So we are definitely probably gonna get bit. So without further ado, I'm gonna hook the camera up behind me and we're gonna get to fishing. We got one on the chatterbait, Rudy. The old chatterbait just keeps working for us. We got a good one, Rudy. Oh yeah. Come here, Rudy. What do we got? No. Solid 2-pounder, 3-pounder maybe. All right, we got a 238. All right, welcome back to the bait cave. We're gonna wrap up this spotted bass video that I did on Cottage Grove Lake here in the bait cave. Kind of a sad couple days. March is over with. March 2024 is done. I had a blast fishing bass in March, and my first bass that I caught in March was a 6.56 pound bass. Caught it on a chatterbait, and I found a whole new love for fishing a chatterbait. So I am looking forward to April and fishing bass in April, especially here on my local reservoir right down the road from the house. I'll be fishing a lot more of the chatterbait in the month of April. So just to recap of fishing on Cottage Grove Lake, I didn't count that as not a success. I mean, we didn't catch any fish on Cottage Grove Reservoir, but I learned a whole lot about the lake. I learned where the fish were kind of at, where they're not at, for at least for March in 49, 50 degree water anyway. If I was to go back tomorrow, I'd be grabbing a couple jigging spoons, Divine, let's see here, 6 cents Divine jigging spoon. It's about that long or so. And you see me use it a lot in my ocean fishing videos, and I catch a lot of rockfish with that. I think that might have worked on those fish that were on the bottom, especially on those little humps and stuff. They were chasing bait, obviously, because there was those big old clouds of bait on the screen, and then you'd see the little wolf packs of bass underneath them. So I don't count it not a success not catching a fish at Cottage Grove. So yeah, every time I go out, I learn something different, learn something new. It's always fun fishing with Brian and my other kayaking buddies. So anyway, yeah, we are now in April. This is like April 2nd. And as soon as I get better, we're going to be back out on the lake fishing and bringing you more fishing videos. I'm really enjoying right now watching Damien Thau fish 10 Killer Lake, the kayak bass fishing tournament there, Bassmasters tournament. He is a fish catching machine, that kayaking dude, and very personable, humble, and fun guy to watch catch bass. I also enjoy watching Greg Blanchard. Anything Greg Blanchard puts out, man. I'm a little envious of his circle of buddies that he has. But if I look at my own self, I've got a pretty good circle of kayak and fishing buddies, and we have a good time too. So, you know, everybody just get out there, enjoy this weather, spring weather, summer's coming up. Get out there, catch some kayak fish, man. Catch some fish. I mean, whether you're on a kayak or fishing off the bank. But yeah, man, it's I got a whole new love for chatterbaits after catching a 656. So I'm going to show you the winning lure. Right here. So this is the new Z-Man, the new EVO. Got the red blade and a big bite baits. Swim trailer. But yeah, that's what caught my big one, and I'll be throwing that a whole lot more this year. I'm going to be fishing some places that don't get a lot of pressure, and there's some big bass. I cannot wait to throw this. So, hey, until next time, everybody, tight lines out there.